See that ceiling fan up there? I found it in the river. Works great. Best ceiling fan I ever owned. This river brings a lot of trash down it. Some of that trash is worth a lot of money. Some of it's not. You gotta know what's worth keeping and what's worth letting go.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of
Forcefed.
I am Frank, and this is my wife Martha, and we pick movies for each other to watch. Last episode I picked Redneck Zombies, and this time it was your turn to pick, and you picked
Mud.
And that is a 2012 film featuring Matthew McConaughey and Reese Witherspoon.
Which neither are anybody I care about really, but
No, I did realize though while watching this that I do kind of like Matthew McConaughey because he does a lot of things in this movie that remind me of his character from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Did you ever see that?
I'm sure you've maybe watched it a time or two.
Yeah, The Next Generation. But he just says a bunch of crazy shit in this movie. Now, it wasn't as bad as what I was expecting it to be. It was actually pretty good. I liked half of it.
It was long.
Yeah. That was one of the big problems, because I thought it should have ended 2 times.
Yeah.
Like, there was 2 times I was like, alright guys, wrap it up. And then they didn't wrap it up.
They didn't wrap it up at all.
But, let's break it down.
Okay.
It opens up with a child peeking and sneaking on his parents, sneaking out of his house, and then he peeks through a window, and his parents are clearly having problems.
They go into the woods.
This must have been early in the morning or something. But yeah, he goes and meets up with the new River Phoenix, because that's who he reminded me of. Like
they call him Neckbone.
Yeah, his name's Neckbone, but he reminded me of River Phoenix in Stand By Me. Like that kind of character. Like that was his character. He must have went in there and they're like, all right, have you ever seen Stand By Me? Yeah, just do River Phoenix's character, because that's pretty much what it was. But
he has a motorbike.
yeah, he has a dirt bike or something. And they take, and then it's just like they're on a dirt bike, and then they're in a motorboat, and they're going to the ocean.
They're going down. No, I don't think it's an ocean. I think it's a river. I thought it was an ocean, but I don't
whatever.
Think so.
They're heading to an island.
They say it's the river. That they live on the river.
Okay, now this is one of the things that, like, right off the bat when I seen it was weird. When they get to this island, they're walking, and then there's all these snakes, and they're in this mud, and then Neckbone kills them with a rock. Says something about assholes or something, whatever. But I was like, that's really weird that they incorporated that. I'm like, that must be something that's going to happen throughout, and it does. There's a heavy theme of snakes, which I dug even deeper on, and I'll let you know later how this movie.
I didn't go there.
I'll break it down. Yeah, I broke it down pretty good. I'll let you know later how this movie pretty much just says women are snakes, because that's what it says.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Like, that's pretty much the theme, is women are snakes. But yeah, they kill these snakes, and then it's revealed they went there to find this boat that's in a tree.
And they're not supposed to be there.
And they just claim this boat and say
they set
it's
a timer.
ours. And then they're digging through it, and they find porn. A bunch of old magazines, which when we seen it, I was like, that always happens. I remember when I was a kid, anytime we were in like an old house or an old, there was one time we were in an old caboose, and we were just like digging around, and you always found.
Where was an old
porn.
Caboose?
Well, I lived out in the country, and there was one like right across the road. Like there was a house there that had all these old cabooses.
That's weird. Yeah,
it was pretty cool little clubhouses, but we found porn in there. We found porn down just along the road. People just leave it there, but it's this weird box of porn. But they found a bunch of porn in there.
And some grocery bags.
But then they found fresh bread, and they kind of got spooked and said somebody lives here.
Well, their timer went off. They had to go home.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
Because Ellis has to go with his dad.
Oh yeah, Ellis has to work with his dad, but Ellis, yeah.
Ellis is
The kid
one
that
of the
was
two
speaking.
boys.
He's not the River Phoenix guy.
Yeah, and he sees he's the main character, and he sees a boot print with a cross on the heel.
Yeah.
And he saw it at both the boat, and then he saw it like their boat, and then at the tree boat.
And then a completely unnecessary, confusing, like, oh, there's Matthew McConaughey. Like,
Yeah, he
he's
was
by the
behind
boat
them,
and he's
and he
fishing
didn't-
with
yeah.
a fishing pole.
Yeah, like a little kid's like Snoopy fishing pole.
Yeah. No, this is where this is some of my favorite Matthew McConaughey stuff because there's a lot of quotes here. There's far too many to even I couldn't even write them down fast enough because he's just talking constantly. And they say you know he says that they found his boat and what the fuck did I? Oh, I just wrote down he hails to ward off. Well, the nails
are to ward off spirits.
The nails are to ward off evil spirits. And
7 league boots.
Something. Then he says something about a werewolf.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
I don't know.
It
He's
didn't
like
matter. It
very.
wasn't important
This
to
is
me.
one of many completely unnecessary reveals
Right.
that he's a superstitious guy. Like
Right,
they
yeah,
really
who
pound that home.
cares?
They pound a lot of ideas thoroughly home. One, women are snakes. Two, Ellis is a romantic guy.
Ellis is a romantic guy?
Ellis is romantic. But then also...
I don't necessarily think he's romantic. I think that
he's a romantic. He's a lover.
I think he's just also being affected by his parents' relationship being rocky. And the adjustment of them being
Oh, see,
on the
you broke it
rocks.
down in a different way than I did. Oh, I see. Well, you're going all psychological with it. His parents.
You know me.
Oh, yeah, but... yeah, this is actually the point where I found out their names, Neckbone and Ellis.
Did you notice that Matthew McConaughey, though, at this point is, like, really, really tan? Like, he almost looks like he's in blackface. It looks a little bit ridiculous at this point. And it's the only time.
It kind of looks like he was applying like a spray tan in a sandstorm or something. Because he's really dirty, too.
Well, yeah.
But...
he wants food.
he's various degrees of dirty. So I'm because later in the film I think he looks like he cleaned up a little bit sometime. But yeah, they make a deal.
Food, yeah.
They can have the tree boat for food, and so he says he's meeting someone on the island.
Yeah, he's waiting for
and then he's leaving there, and then they can have the boat for whatever. Now we go to goes back home. They just go back. They go back home. Alice is with his dad, and they're evidently delivering. They're delivering chicken.
No, it's not chicken. It's fish.
Oh, there was a bag. They pulled out
It's
2
fish,
bags of chicken.
remember? Because they were selling fish later too.
I guess they do live on the water. Where is this supposed to be?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. They have boat
I
houses.
wrote it down in Arkansas.
Whatever.
$5 for a bag of fish.
He pays Ellis $5. That's
Oh,
half
yeah,
because he had
that's
to
right,
load the
yeah.
truck himself.
That's it. Because he was like 2 minutes late. I mean, he asked, what I have next is that once they're home, of course, he asked what his mom wanted to talk to his dad about the night before. And the dad acts like real suspicious. The dad character is so confusing to me because he goes back and forth between
being a guy that cares and doesn't care.
Yeah, a compassionate father and like a prick that's like.
Well, you know what? That's
like
the
you're
depth
afraid
of
that
that
he's gonna, like,
character.
there's gonna be
That's
some
the
sort
depth
of
of that
abuse.
character because that guy is like conflicted very much with his emotions about his marriage that's falling apart, and his love for his son, and his separation from his son. And there's anxiety.
But he accuses him of spying on his dad in his own house.
Oh well, that's just a misdirect or whatever. But he drops him at Neckbone's house, where this is a great part. Did you write down anything about the "Help Me, Rhonda"?
Oh well, I said that he was at Neckbone's house and there was music on. I didn't write down what the song was.
Oh, this is why I wrote that down because
Doing It song.
Yeah, Neckbone's uncle has a Doing It
His
song.
shithill uncle.
And it's "Help Me, Rhonda,"
Yeah.
which is so not.
Sub pump.
Yeah, we're in the basement, by the way. This is just like let's think of it like a fountain. The fountain came on. The deluxe elegant fountain.
This is a nice one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
The uncle comes out of the...
The girl storms out.
Yeah, the girl storms out, yeah, and she says, don't treat her like
this
he does.
He's in a scuba suit
Yeah,
halfway
that's what I was
off.
getting to.
He says, some people are alright with that kind of thing. And, yeah. Then Ellis gets a book from...
Confident Confidant.
And what kind of book is that?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'm assuming it's like... I don't know. I don't know.
Like a sexy book? Like a love book?
No, I don't think so.
It's a sexy book. Well, Ellis goes home and his parents are arguing. He grabs some food. Oh no.
Cats
A lot
are
of
fighting.
sound effects on this episode.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
there we go.
Anyways, we're going to ignore that.
Yeah, he's
Ellis grabs some
in his
food
backpack.
for Mud. Do they know his name's Mud yet? No, they didn't know because they said,
Right.
we don't know his name.
But then he sees Mr. Blankenship shooting snakes. in
Yeah,
the water.
once again, another scene or another mentioned scene of snakes.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, Blankenship. My favorite character in this movie is Blankenship, and and listen, I'm sure I'm supposed to know who he is because
He does look familiar, but I don't know who it is either.
Everybody's supposed to know who all these goddamn actors are. But I'm gonna play it like I'm actually who I am, and a person that doesn't know that fact. But
He's supposed to be home by 7 for dinner.
Yeah.
They want to have dinner together and have a discussion or whatever.
okay, now the boys are dragging the boat on shore, and they
At the island.
run to the tree boat.
And see his camp,
His
and he
remains
whistles
was
at
fire.
him.
Yeah, he
Jumps
whistles.
from the tree.
And he jumps from a big rope. He jumps down. This is another of my favorite McConaughey parts, because I like him about halfway through, and then I'm done.
Yeah, I think it just...
But yeah, he swings down from a tree and he says, "I try to never sleep in the same place twice." And they notice he has a gun.
Protection,
It
he
reveals
says.
he's waiting on his girlfriend. And then here's another mention of snakes. Neckbone hates snakes. Okay? Now, I'm thinking at this point, there's going to be some goddamn snakes.
Well, but he also says
there's going to be
he's-
some interaction with snakes. There's going to be some, whatever at some point.
But he also had said, men take advantage where we can. And then he says, you coming? And then the boys just, follow him along after they've asked him why he has a pistol.
Oh, yeah.
And he says for protection. And the only thing he needs are his gun and his shirt.
Well, what's this fucking Cherokee snake skin bullshit? Because he tells
Is
this
that
whole
what it was?
Cherokee snake skin tale about how... What was it? I asked... I wish I had better memory because I wrote down Cherokee snakeskin tale. Is this true? And it was something about they wrapped a snakeskin.
Around a pregnant woman's belly, to scare the baby inside.
To scare the baby out.
So
That's
could go
what
into
it
labor.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But he had also said that he was waiting for his girlfriend at this point. That's when you find out it's his girlfriend. And then he describes her in pretty good detail, saying that she has these nightingale tattoos on her hands.
No, yeah.
To the boys. But anyways, they also...
there's too many good quotes in this part for me to even remember.
Well, they'll have to watch
so
it.
hold on.
But there's
hold
another
on a
snake
minute.
reference.
There is?
Yeah, because he gives Neckbone, when he says that he's afraid of snakes, he gives him that rope or whatever to ward off snakes.
Oh, the Cherokee snake skin?
Is that what it was?
I think
I
so.
thought it was a rope that cast Jason.
Maybe it is. Hey, fuck off. We're trying to do a show here, you asshole.
Anyways, go ahead.
Um,
They find out his name here, too.
Yeah, they find out his name's Mud. There's a ton of good quotes here. So what I want to do here for a second is I just want to pause, and I'm going to play the audio of some of these quotes over this.
Oh.
So we'll just sit here and listen to them.
You got crosses in your heels.
Nails. Shaped like crosses.
What for?
Ward off evil spirits. Bought 'em from a man I called an Indian, but I wasn't Mexican. Said they was 7-league boots. Worn by the 7th son of the 7th son. Told me turn me into a werewolf. That's a lie. I don't know nothing about that. They just good luck boots. As you can see, they ain't working too well so far.
Wasn't that good?
That's great.
That was good stuff. Funny quotes, quotable quotes. But I couldn't write down fast enough. This is the second part. I think I'm done with him after this. I don't care about him anymore.
He talks about when he was bitten by a cottonmouth too, and that's where he met the girlfriend.
See, I was trying to write down what he was saying because it was so wacky, and I missed a lot of what he was saying. So it was like I missed the whole cottontail thing.
Cottonmouth.
But where the fuck does he get cigarettes?
Right.
He acts like he hasn't eaten in days. Like he's... Get the fuck out of here. Jesus.
Yeah,
Free cats. Anyone? We got them. But,
yeah, he's starving, but he's always got cigarettes.
yeah,
Like a
he's
fresh
got cigarettes. And how... This is the main question. He lights it with a lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, anyone who carries a lighter knows that those motherfuckers shit out on you real quick.
At the worst possible time. So, like, if you didn't have any money and you were stranded somewhere, that's when it would die.
Right, especially if you're damp at any point, or fucking climbing up and down in and out of a boat that's in a tree. You're probably gonna fucking lose it, or I don't know. Anyways.
Then it like totally switches to Ellis and Neckbone, and Ellis is watching a girl from across the street.
Yeah, and he saves her. He fucking saves her.
Well, yeah, but he just walks
Ellis
right
is a
across the street.
motherfucker.
He doesn't look either way. He just walks across the street and punches this guy.
Yeah.
And he's supposedly...
Punches a senior. It's a motherfucker.
Yeah, and he's only 14.
Yeah. Well, this is, wait a minute. Would they see Reese Witherspoon here?
Yeah, they see Reese Witherspoon here, which is...
She looks like a whore. A hooker.
Oh, I don't know about that.
She looks like a hooker.
I don't know about that.
She looks kind of like one.
How so?
She just, has, she might as well not have a skirt on. She just looks like a hooker. I thought she was a hooker.
I didn't get that. Anyway, they noticed her because they had never seen her before.
Yeah, she came from the motel.
Yeah.
And they follow her into the Piggly Wiggly.
Where she's buying chips.
And then
Ellis is at home, and his dad is in the dark smoking and drinking.
And Mom wants to separate.
And you know I love you. Yeah.
Mom's really fucking him.
And then he says,
this is
enjoy
one of
the
the
river
moments
while you can. Houseboat is in the mother's name, and he said, the little boy, Ellis says, I ain't no townie. He doesn't want to move to town, and they'll take the government will take the houseboat.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, it is.
No, wait.
It certainly is. I wrote it down.
I wrote something else there.
You would.
He says he's not a...
I ain't no townie.
Oh, yeah, he does. You're correct. Anyways.
I'll let you down, son.
Yeah, this is one of the moments where I noted that Mom's really fucking him. This is one of those women are snakes.
Yeah.
All women are portrayed in a negative light in this film.
Well.
Women are snakes. One of the main...
I'm liking this movie less and less and less talk about it.
It's your pick.
Hey, I'm still allowed to not like it. I didn't see it before now.
Yeah, well, I have to reveal these things to you. Okay, Ellis ain't no townie. He's pissed at his mom. He looks at some cans and he's off to the island. Huh?
Find mud.
There's snakes again here. He sees the snakes, of course, because he always has to cross this little
I didn't write that down.
log or whatever.
Goes to the campfire with his beanie weenies.
Yeah, beans,
And they
eating
both
them with
eat.
their fingers, which kind of made me like if I was that guy, I guess I must have some sort of OCD about that, because I couldn't eat. I would have to go find water and rinse that shit off my fingers.
And he just wipes it off on
He
his
was like,
hands.
fucking whatever.
They talk about how he saw Juniper, and this is where he tells him that he was saved by her when he was about his age from that snake bite.
Oh yeah. See, I missed that. I was concentrating on him. I was like, aha, motherfucker's running low on smokes because he was smoking a butt.
Well, yeah, but at the same point, he pulls out a pack of cigarettes, a brand new pack of cigarettes.
Oh, does he?
One, yeah. But Ellis asks why he's not married to her if he loves her, and He says it just doesn't work for some.
And then he tells him that
about
he's
his
seen
parents.
her. Didn't he tell him that he tells him that he's seen Juniper, and then he's gonna meet up with her, right?
No, I don't know. He just
Talk of love and marriage. Surprised that
she
Ellis saw
doesn't
Juniper.
she doesn't know he's out there, and he says that he's meeting her in a few days, and he will go with him tomorrow. And then they go
No, Mom's going to Walmart with Ellis, anyways.
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
Yeah,
now.
wake up, Ellis, right in the morning.
And then they talk about how she's fucking them again. The underlying that women are snakes. See, I'm taking it to a level.
I went
deep,
directly
man.
to where they were searching the cars for mud.
Oh yeah, police roadblock.
And then I say that she says she needs a change, and she's been on the boat and the river her whole life, and he goes home and gets his backpack and goes to see Neckboat again. And then they're at the island to warn Mud about the cops.
Yeah, and then that's when he tells him that he shot a guy, and
Yeah.
now he's planning to fix the tree boat and get the fuck out of town.
Yeah, the tree boat's gonna be his escape. And he shot
Let
the
me
guy.
tell you what happened, why he shot him.
Okay.
Juniper made a motherfucking mistake with Hutchins.
In Texas.
Yeah, and then
He got her pregnant.
got her pregnant, pushed her down some stairs.
She lost the baby.
Mud went and found that motherfucker, and he was
She can't have babies
cheating on
anymore.
her. So he killed him.
Yeah, he was in San Antonio with another woman.
And Ellis is all about romance. This is, one of the other points in
Right.
the movie. Ellis
But
loves
then-
romance.
Then they bargain. Since he's taking the boat, and he wants their help, he's gonna give Neckbone his pistol, and they need to go fetch Tom Blankenship.
Blankenship's a motherfucker.
Yeah, so Neckbone stays and watches the boat, and Ellis goes to get Tom. And then he says,
Oh, yeah.
Mud sent me. And then he brings, Tom to Mud. They wonder if that's his dad.
Yeah. Not really his dad, though.
It's not. They wonder, though.
Yeah.
And Tom wants to know, where is she, referring to
He's
Juniper.
ashamed of him, and he's not going to help him. But you know what? Mud pulls out a motherfucking pack of cigarettes at this point.
See?
This is getting remix. But,
Okay.
yeah.
But
He's
he
got
says, don't
fucking-
expect any help from me, basically, and leaves.
Yeah. He's done. Now we got
A note to take to Juniper.
Oh yeah,
and
does he
says
deliver it to
be
her at this
careful.
point?
They're
Oh yeah, because they're
on a
going around.
boat
They got the
taking
dirt bike
what's
with
his
the
face
cooler.
back though.
They got the
First.
dirt bike with the cooler, and they're gonna go door to door at this motel selling fish.
Not really. They're there to
But,
see Juniper. And
The
she was
first
there
guy,
getting
the
beat
first
up.
guy, they go to the door and they knock on his black guy, and he's like,
Hell no, what the hell am I going to do with that?
And then he's like, what does he say? Oh, fish? I won't buy no fish.
Fish? I don't want to buy no damn
But that is a
fish.
pretty weird thing. Like, motels don't have heating elements usually to fry up some fish.
Fish?
So,
I don't want to buy no damn fish.
But they see Juniper in her room. The door's slightly ajar, and there's a guy in there beating the crap out of her. So they go in, and the guy hits Ellis right in the face.
Yeah,
like,
wait
who
a
hits a
wait a
14-year-old
minute.
kid?
Wait a minute.
I don't
Wait a
know.
minute.
What?
He hits him
Yeah.
in the face.
The guy
and it
hits
doesn't
Ellis in the face.
knock him out. It doesn't knock him out.
Well, maybe he's a wimp.
Any grown man that
Maybe he
hits
was
a
easier.
14-year-old kid in the eye that hard
I don't know.
is
yeah.
probably gonna fucking whatever. But he's Juniper's brother, right? Or is he a bounty hunter?
He is a bounty hunter, but I think it's
Hired, but there's a series of bounty hunters that are hired.
to
By-
find Mud. They're hired by the guy that was the father that Mud killed that
Right.
got
And
Reese Witherspoon pregnant.
this group of bounty hunters, I mean, how much could this fucking bounty be? Because there's like 7 of them.
Well, that's not the point.
They're
of it.
spreading
He
it
wants,
thin.
I think the guy is like putting extra money into it for these people.
No.
Because he wants him dead because he killed his son.
Well, whatever. But these guys are
So I don't know
assholes.
if it's...
Let's not get wrapped up
I don't
in
know
that.
if it's Reese Witherspoon's brother or if it's the dead guy's brother.
The whole movie, I was like, who is this guy? I know I just it went with him
He's
being a bounty
somebody's
hunter.
brother,
He's
yeah.
a bounty hunter. He wants to catch
Yeah.
mud. But let's
He
see.
threatens her and then leaves because then he's looking for mud.
Right, and then Alice
Gives
gives
her
her
the
the
note.
letter, and we will find out what that letter says when we come back from break.
I'm just getting warmed up.
It's wider, mate. I don't know if it's gonna I'm just getting warmed up.
You want me to use the knife again?
Yeah, but the knife won't hurt him. The fork will.
All right.
Yes. I like your reasoning on it. Well, she was involved anyways.
I wonder what a giraffe penis looks like.
I think I thought that when I seen that.
Like what? Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw the picture. I was like, I wonder what a giraffe penis looks like. Like you see a cat penis, that's like a fucking arrow harpoon thing. It's a weird looking dog penis. Oh,
They look like crayons.
yeah.
They do. Haven't you ever heard it called a red crayon?
Red Rocket.
No, it's a red crayon.
Red Rocket.
No, it's a red crayon.
Have you ever masturbated a dog? Where did we get on this subject? Wah waffle.
You guys hip to this MySpace thing? There's the reaction I wanted. I like when MySpace is brought up and then laughs soon follow. MySpace is brought up and people laugh and disregard it because we're in a new age, right? But for those of you out there who don't know or just too naive to realize it, let me crack an egg of knowledge on your brain here. Facebook is MySpace. Nothing different about it. Facebook is MySpace. MySpace was Friendster. Friendster was something else. That something else was something else. And it's all just email when you get right down to it, folks.
They love each other and they're gonna make it. If you weren't such a worn out old man, you'd know it was true.
Welcome back to Forcefed, right here on ZTO TV.
Hey,
That's enthusiasm for mud. That's what we watched.
we did watch it.
And when we left you, we were getting into the note, the letter that Matthew McConaughey had sent to Reese Witherspoon. And it said, hold tight,
Yep, that's it.
evidently.
She says she'll wait.
Yeah. And then this is where she tells the kids to not get involved, but then thanks them for getting involved
Yep.
and kisses him on the cheek or forehead, whatever it is. Yeah. But the kids are being watched by
Beat her upper guy.
knife guy. He got a knife.
Brother of
Whoever the guy is, one of the bounty hunter guys. Ellis calls May Pearl.
That's the girl he likes that he beat the guy up for. And they're gonna
Once again, this is
get
where?
together
Where is
later.
this? Arkansas?
Arkansas.
And they have boathouses with names with like May, Pearl, and Neckbone.
I don't think Neckbone's his real name. I think they called it. I think they said his real name was Nate. But anyway,
So kind of like Cockroach on the, what was he on? Cosby Show? Cockroach? I don't know.
but they go.
There's
They start gathering up their stuff.
Yeah, this is the gathering boat fixing supplies montage.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is
a bunch of
essentially
country music.
Yeah, breaking
playing.
things and stealing stuff. Is what they're doing.
Basically.
For mud.
Yeah. To fix that boat.
And then they take the shit to Mud, and he asks him about the black eye. He
Oh, the black
explains
eye?
it. The black eye.
I thought you said
How
black guy.
There's not a black guy.
That's what I wondered about it for.
It's highly racist that there's no black guys in this.
There was the black guy at the hotel.
I missed that.
No, the guy that he tried to sell fish to.
Oh yeah, I guess I did.
I don't want about no damn fish.
Brains, but he explains to Mud that he has the bounty hunter guy was messing with Juniper, and he's the guy that hit him. And then Matthew McConaughey flips his shit and starts punching the sand. Do you
I don't
remember
remember
that?
the sand punching. I must have been taking turns.
Yeah, because later on I wonder why he didn't punch the sand, because there's the same kind of reveal. Or even, it's later on, we'll get to it.
You want to know the next thing I wrote down?
What's that?
I don't even know what it means. 666 real deal scratch, devil himself. Old guy, question mark?
That's, I think they're talking about Blankenship.
Oh, and he's an assassin, okay.
But he's the 666 real deal scratch. The devil himself.
Okay. I should have put Tom there.
And then once again, there's another moment where I forget what it is, but they're letting you know that Matthew McConaughey is highly superstitious. I don't remember what it is, but I just noted that. I noted that every single time that it happened.
And they show Matthew McConaughey swinging from a rope from the tree, cutting branches off with a chainsaw. He's just swinging back and forth on this rope.
Okay, I guess I was still with Matthew McConaughey at this point because I loved that part. He's like, wow! And it reminded me of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. When he's Vilmer and he's like, Vilmer, get that bitch!
We watched reminded you of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Is this going to be a reoccurring theme?
Well, there was a lot of direct references. It's just odd that, well, maybe we're going to follow, maybe every movie we watch will have something to do with it because Matthew McConaughey was in The Next Generation. Mm-hmm. So, anyway. But Blankenship was an assassin, it's revealed, by Mudd.
I don't know if he is one or if he's calling him one.
No, he was an assassin. Well, he calls him an assassin.
Right, but I don't.
But he was a sharpshooter in the military.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I do remember that. I guess you're right.
Now we're at the party with May Pearl.
Yeah.
He gives her a bracelet. He gives her the bracelet that Neckbone's uncle's lady threw when she busted out the door.
With the little pearls on it that they've gathered themselves.
Yeah.
And I noticed she's wearing the exact same thing as she was wearing before in the movie, even though it's a different day.
Yep.
Like, her makeup is the same, her hair is the same, she's wearing the same shirt, everything.
He asks her to be his girlfriend, they kiss.
Yeah.
Now we're back, and Blankenship calls Ellis over when he gets home. Gives him the same whistle, same whistle that Mudd had given him earlier.
And asks if he's been seeing Mudd. No.
Right, and then he tells him he's seen him collecting things, which he should have said stealing, because that's what they're doing. Right. They're stealing all this shit.
He thinks that Juniper's bad.
See, this is where Blankenship tells them that he's not an assassin, he's a sharpshooter. Right. But he does not like Juniper. He says she'd bed down with the meanest what? Snake. Here's another snake reference, but not towards women, but towards her, kinda. So
yeah,
she's a snake
herself. I didn't write that down.
Right.
My next thing is they're on the island again, and he's telling Mudd about what Tom had said.
Yeah, they're back on the island.
About Tom used to love a woman, and she was pregnant with a boy, and
they're back on the island, and they walk by Mudd's magical burning. Whatever, more of his good luck bullshit. That's burning something. He's burning something. He explains that it's something or something. But now we go to the oldest. It's like the oldest diving mask.
Oh yeah,
ever, and that's oldest diving mask ever. Modern day scuba suit, kind of like diver suit. And that's
Neckbone
and his uncle, and they're collecting clams or whatever, oysters.
Oysters, because they're getting.
And where are they again? Kansas,
Arkansas.
And there's like
river oysters.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, I guess I don't know what happens.
You don't know anything about
geography
oysters or fishing, anyway. So,
but
Ellis is in the truck with his dad again, and he wants to know where he got the black eye. And then here he goes with the can't trust women is women set you up and don't trust love.
Can't trust love, Ellis. And now we see all these cars pulling into the motel. They're the bounty hunters.
They're delivering fish, but he sees them.
He sees them, and Juniper's like, once again, he's really spreading this pot thin. There clearly must be some sort of other vendetta. I don't know the direct relationship between the guy that's hiring these bounty hunters and...
He's the dad of the guy that Mud killed.
No, yeah, but his relationship with these bounty hunters, because if he's just paying them, how much is he paying them, and what's each person's cut? Because they're killing a guy.
I think he's paying them.
Yeah, but how much could he possibly be paying 7 guys to kill one guy? Why would he even need that many?
True.
And they're all together. It's not like they're separate. You would think there'd be some sort of fighting amongst them while they're sitting there, like, trying to take the shot on the guy.
Right, yeah. Well, they gotta find him first.
Right. Well,
yeah, it was odd, because it's like a hotel room full of bounty hunters, and he says, pray for the death of the man who killed my son. He, like, makes them all kneel and hold hands.
Okay.
Pray.
Yeah, that was weird.
They're back at Neckbone's house.
Yeah, they're back at Neckbone's house, where his uncle's got lights on the diving helmet. And then he has this prolonged ceiling fan analogy.
That he found it in the river.
And Neckbone's uncle clearly knows something, but it seems more like he wants to be involved. He wants to be a part of it.
He wants to be the cool guy.
He wants to be a buddy. And he says, get back in there and get your tip wet, which confuses him, but he's talking about love or sex or whatever.
But he says, the river brings trash, some good and some bad. Don't get my nephew into trouble.
That's the living on help me. That's what was it? Living on help me Rhonda logic.
But they're still waiting on a motor.
Everybody in this movie has such strong views about love. It's like they're like prolific poets or something about love. Everybody's got this really strong opinion. They're willing to share it. They want to share it. But at this point, Ellis calls Juniper from a payphone, explaining the plan.
They're leaving the next day at 5.
And once again, it's pounded home that Ellis is very much a romantic.
Because she asks, why would he help? And he says, because you love each other.
Yeah, he's all about love.
But I still think it's related to his parents' relationship, ending.
They could be. Very much so, but I don't know if the writers were digging that deep. This is where we had to take a break from the movie because it was already an hour and 22 minutes in, and we still had an hour left. It's extendedly long. It's horribly long.
But the guy that was there leaving Juniper up before sees the kids again as they're selling fish, and he says, if you see him, call me, yada, yada, yada.
And then he sees May Pearl with her family, and he's like yelling to her, like, hey, how you doing? Because at this point he thinks they're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, I didn't remember that part.
But she ignores him, and then...
they're at Ellis's house next is what I've got.
Then they're stealing a boat motor.
Oh, I missed that.
Then they go climb under a fence, or well, it's not climb. They crawl under a fence. They go into this guy's like refuse yard or whatever, and they take a motor off of a boat and steal it. And then Ellis goes home, and there's a bag on his porch, and it's got liquor,
brown paper bag,
and some money,
and something else in it.
And I think that's a pack of cigarettes, but I think it's like a Canadian pack of cigarettes because they're always weird looking. I remember seeing them on Trailer Park Boys, and they were always like, they looked, I don't know, they looked like a pack of guitar strings or something. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was something completely different. But
he goes to the motel to get Juniper, and she's not there.
That shit's from Blankenship.
Right.
And,
well, he assumes.
Yeah. Well, then they go to pick Juniper up as per the plan, and she evidently went to a biker bar, packed packed at midday.
Yeah.
And
the kids just walk in. Nobody says, "Hey, you're not old enough to be
shit.
here." No.
And then they see they see Juniper making out or necking with some guy.
Yeah.
And then they're off to the island with the motor and to explain the infidelity of his love.
And he says that, well, she must have thought that Carver was onto her, which is the guy that...
And this is deny. And this is the part where I thought he was going to punch the sand again. But he didn't.
He just says, go home, Ellis.
Yeah, he just says, go. Sends the boys home. And then Ellis wakes up and calls May Pearl right away.
Yeah.
Then his dad comes
not
in.
There, yeah.
Busts in. His dad busts in and starts
What
yelling
have you been doing?
about how he stole a motor from that guy's
Parents
yard.
argue.
And then the parents argue and talk about how
he has to return it and apologize.
They talk the dad once again refers to how the mom's fucking him over.
But then the dad goes into the jerky ass mode too,
yeah,
and says about he doesn't care what happens to you or her. And
no, that's not what he said.
Yes, he did.
He said, "I don't care what you do, Ellis, about the motor."
Right, but I mean, like he was being like a total.
Because he said, Ellis said, "I'll pay whatever he wants for it."
Because he can't
return it. And he says, "I don't care what you do, Ellis." But yeah. Then we got the
bonfire out in the open when they go to the island again, and
it's
the
the remains
bottle.
of a drunken night. And Mud had ripped off his lucky shirt. That was that was his lucky shirt.
Which was a big thing because that was something he said several times about he had two things.
He never took
his pistol and his shirt.
Yeah.
For protection. And what that shirt was so special for, I have no idea.
He was going to take his shirt off anyways. It's Matthew McConaughey. That's what he does. But, and then, so he sends Ellis off to deliver a letter, and Neckbone has to help him get the boat going. Because he's out of this fucking place. And, so Ellis takes it to Juniper. She reads the letter after an extensive bullshit. She just bullshits. There's a bunch of bullshit here. It's just dumb, stupid shit. Yeah. She reads the letter and accepts that it's over. Ellis goes to leave. He leaves out the motel room, turns around, sees her crying through the window. Ellis sees May Pearl in a car on his way home with a boy.
Yeah, punches him in the face.
Punches him in the face and then gets knocked on his ass. And then the girl just fucking...
She said, "I'm not your girlfriend. We went on one date."
He tells her he loves her, and she shits all over him.
She
tells
said,
him
14.
He's 14 or whatever, and laughs about him.
Walks off.
This is the actual moment where I noticed that they're trying to make all women out to be snakes, because she shits all over him right after Reese Witherspoon shit all over Matthew McConaughey, right after his parents shit, his mom shit on his dad, and then they're all of a sudden at the island again, and Ellis comes right up and punches Mud right in the face, calls him a liar. You both gave up, and I trusted you. You made me a thief. You know, you stealing all that stuff. Yeah, and then he goes and storms off and falls into a pit of snakes.
And Neckbone sees it, calls for Matthew McConaughey.
There's these snakes again. It's the same snakes. They're evidently always there. But
there's a lot of them. They're
cottonmouths, which I thought they already took care of them by smashing them with the rock at the beginning. But
well, I imagine those weren't the only snakes.
Now, at this point, Mud is fucking activated Power Ranger style.
He's like crazy.
He fucking picks him up because he knows he's been bit, evidently, runs to the boat, kicks it off the island, like kicks off, jumps up, runs, hops on a fucking dirt bike as soon as they get back to the land.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like he's on that dirt bike so fucking fast.
Takes him, carries the other kid on his arms.
By the time the other kid gets out of the boat,
he's gone.
There he goes, and then he goes to the hospital, runs him in.
And the nurse calls, I assume, 911.
No, the bounty hunters.
I assume that he calls 911 because he saw that it was the guy that was on a wanted poster.
Yeah.
But you remember that the guy is paying people in the police station, too, to be on his side.
But
so
I think it was a flyer
from
the bounty hunters.
Well, whatever. He knows now.
A flyer from the bounty hunters.
Yeah, whatever. But Juniper sees the truck speed off and sees Mud watching her because he's in town from taking him.
They
and
share
he waves,
a parting
and then
glance.
he leaves, and that's, you know...
They share a parting glance, and then Ellis wakes up in his bed delusional,
But both of his mom and dad are there, and they're kind of tender to each other.
Maybe they'll get back together. Who knows?
Not in this movie.
But no, they don't. Do they? But
and then they're back on the
then
island.
Neckbone helps Mud launch his seaworthy vessel. Mud takes all the bullets out of the gun that they had made an agreement on earlier.
He gives it to Neckbone.
Yeah, because they had made an agreement. I don't know if we even talked about that.
Yeah.
Where for the gun for his help.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay, whatever. But he gives him the gun, but he takes all the bullets. He takes all the bullets out.
Yeah.
Asks him for one more favor, and that's to take him to Ellis's house, or show him where it is. Or he's with him, isn't he?
Yeah.
Where the fuck does he go at this point? Because
they go on the boat and they go to Ellis's house.
But where does that kid go? Because
he's
he's
still in the boat. He's in the boat waiting for Mud to get out of Ellis's room, because he knocks on the window and goes in the window to Ellis's room, which is kind of.
But at this point, the shit goes crazy. Where the fuck does Neckbone go?
Well, Neckbone's in the boat with.
I know
with
at
Mud.
this point he's in the boat.
He's still in the boat.
Whenever the shit goes crazy.
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Yes,
I'll have to
he
rewatch
is.
that. Because this is where he goes in to talk to him. Just creeps in his house. A murderer goes in to talk to
this 14-year-old boy in his bedroom in the middle of the night.
Which, granted, he's not. He is a murderer. I mean, he's more like just a dumb murderer.
Right. Well,
he's not vengeful or hateful.
Yeah, right. No.
But all the vigilantes are in the bushes, like fucking the Apple Dumpling Gang, poking out. Oh, now, why would they all be there? Wouldn't one of them just go there because they knew he was there and take all the money for himself? No, he got all the other motherfuckers.
But gunshots start going off like
they bust in this house with shotguns.
I don't think they come in, do they? They just start
shooting the wall. Well, no, the first shots come from inside. Evidently, this is what I'm assuming happens because they don't show it. One of the bounty hunters had talked to the parents about what was going on. The dad readied his gun because he has a pistol. And then this guy just decides to start shooting through his son's door. Like, there was no plan.
I don't think they had.
There was just shoot through. No, they didn't show any of that. But there was a guy in the house, and the dad was with the mom.
Well, and then somehow Mud has a rifle. Like, where the hell did that thing come from?
He had a rifle? They all had shotguns, didn't they?
Mud had a rifle.
No, Blankenship had a rifle.
Whatever it is, a big long gun.
I don't know. Blankenship was picking people off.
I know. So was Mud. He had a gun.
Oh, I don't know.
That's why I said I want to know where he got that.
I think he must have took it off somebody that got shot or something.
Well, that could be.
But they're just busting through this house, shooting everybody's shooting
Ellis
shotguns.
is hiding.
Through
and then for whatever reason, he starts to try to like sneak out the side of the house.
The kid? Ellis? Yeah. He tries to sneak out the side of the house.
And then he sees...
Blankenship takes care of business.
Yeah,
Blankenship
he's,
is a
sniping
motherfucker.
people from across the river.
Mud jumps in the river.
And he's shot.
You don't know what happens, really. He just
you just know that he's been shot at, and then he doesn't come up from the water once he's been in there.
The police arrive with search boats. Now, I don't know why there weren't, like... Well, I guess they're all dead. But... what was the explanation on that scenario? Because what I think should have happened at this point is they wrap it up.
Well, somebody calls the guy that was the head of this thing where he wants to find Mud and tells him that he's dead.
Right.
But then they go back with the scuba guy with lights again, his uncle, and it's like a weird scene. It's just him underwater and then coming up, and that's it.
Yeah, what was that?
I have no idea. There was nothing else.
Like I said, I think there was a shot of Mud in a boat.
I don't know. Maybe there was, but
maybe
next it's
maybe Neckbone's uncle was helping Mud.
I don't know. That could be.
I don't know. Who
I don't
knows?
know. But then they're back at.
But what should have happened was the movie should have ended here. It should have ended with the police explaining who was being charged with what, because I want to know. I want to know what these bounty hunters would have what. They shot these people's house up.
Well, they're all dead.
I know, but like, shouldn't there be some sort of wouldn't whoever hired them be? Because was it a legal bounty or was it an illegal bounty?
I don't know.
I guess it was an illegal bounty because they were just trying to kill him.
Yeah, I don't know, but Anyway, they're back at Ellis's house, and the houseboats are being torn down because Tom's not there anymore. They don't know where he's. They haven't seen him since, and then they have moved. It was in his mom's property, and Ellis's mom lives in an apartment now.
Evidently,
and that's where they go next.
Whenever the person that owns the property moves to a different property, the state kills it, destroys it. But this is what I wrote here. I wrote, this movie should have ended already. Nope. Now we're watching Elsa's house being demolished.
And then they go to the apartments, and the dad says, "See you next week. Mind your mother. She needs support."
Ending? Nope.
He loves you. And then there's a car with two girls. One waves and grins.
Reestablishing his belief in love.
And then he's happy, and it shows him going in. And then it's.
I was like, "Here's the ending. Here it comes. Credits."
And then it's Tom on the boat with.
It's Blankenship. We're back with Blankenship, and he's on a boat. He's on the tree boat, right? Is that a tree boat?
Yeah, the boat. Yeah.
Yeah, and Mud is on the boat.
Inside
Mud is shot in the side.
Yeah.
And then this is the ending.
He says, "You gotta see this."
And what is he looking at?
The river. And that's it.
The river, and you know what I was looking at?
What?
Matthew McConaughey's fucked up tooth. Because
he did, and it was not in the rest of the movie.
They must have made sure not to show it the other times, but it was very prominent in this last confusing, because he had this look of amazement, like he was looking at an angel. But
right,
then
and I didn't get it because it was just the river that they'd shown the same shot before. I don't know.
Maybe it was a reflection back to when the kids went on the boat and they were kind of amazed at the sight of it. I don't know. But okay, let's review it or rate it.
I'll give it a 3.5.
3.5 out of 5. I'll give it a 2.5 because I liked it halfway through, and then I was done with it, and it should have ended twice.
It was too long, yeah.
But it wasn't too bad. I'm sure you'll get me on the next one. Now I know what my next one's going to be, so I'm going to go ahead and drop it. It's from
my next one's going to be.
Well, I'll let you announce it after mine. Mine is from 1994. It is called Immortal Kombat. Immortal Kombat, not Mortal Kombat. It's with a C also, not a K. This is a movie that features Roddy Piper, Sonny Chiba, and Meg Foster, who I believe Roddy Piper worked with before. I'm not sure. But this is I'm going to read the IMDb description. LA cop John Keller is hot-headed and has a problem with authority, while his Japanese partner JJ uses karate as a weapon. When their partner is killed working undercover at a party, John takes a hunch that leads him to an island where a corporation is using an ancient formula to make indestructible warriors. Together with reporter Karen Keeler, they must find the killer and put an end to the indestructible warriors.
I can hardly wait.
It's going to be a good one. We'll see you on the next Forcefed. Thank you for watching.
My name is Chris, and we are Rebecca and Emily.
We are Zach and Natasha.
My name is Boyd.
This is Ron.
My name is Sandra Leitner. My name is Sam.
And I'm Jeff. I'm Father Seymour Rock, Light of the Living Dead Ministry.
I'm Vanessa Williamson, co-chairperson of Zombie Walk Columbus and manager Rendezvous Hair Salon. And thanks for watching Zombie Takeover TV. You're watching Zombie Takeover TV.
You're watching Zombie Takeover TV.
Zombie Takeover TV. ZTO, Zombie Takeover.
Zombie Takeover TV.
And you're watching Zombie Takeover TV. Zombie Takeover TV.
And I am watching Zombie Takeover TV.